Everyone, good morning, dear author and invited guests. Welcome to a technical session 4A. Myself, Richa, and this session would be moderated by me. On the behalf of the Global Knowledge Research Foundation and the GR Solistic LLP, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 4th World Conference on Information System on Business Management, ISBM 2025, Bangkok, Thailand. The 4th edition of this conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held yesterday in Bangkok, Thailand, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and tomorrow, 25 and 26 September 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeful and interactive session through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presentation would be given 10 minutes for presentation and 2 minutes for question answer. On 9 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants who will stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query and any update, write it to me in a chat box. Just before we get started, I would like to introduce our chair of the session.
Morning, presenters and Shama. My name is Dr. Moses Moyo from South Africa at Rhodes University. Thank you. I'll be moderating first 5 presenters, and then the next professor is going to come on. Thank you.
Welcome to you, sir. And he's a senior lecturer at Rhodes University, South Africa. His research interests include cybersecurity, ethical cybersecurity, information cybersecurity, and ethical cybersecurity, risk analysis and management, cloud business intelligence security, and ITC for development and crowdsourcing in a software development. Welcome to you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we have another session chair.
Hello, this is Dr. Amar Busade.
Welcome to you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah. So presently, I'm an associate professor at Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Pune. My research area is distributed system, cloud security, cyber security, networks, IoT, and blockchain. Thank you very much.
Welcome to you, sir. And now we will start the session. We can call our first presenter to present his paper on a hybrid deep learning framework for test case prioritization using semantic and structured features.
Thank you and good morning, everyone. I'm going to share my presentation and start presenting. Thank you. I'm not sure if you're able to see my presentation.
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kabukile Ndlovu and I'm working with Ernest Mkandla. And our topic is a hybrid deep learning framework for test case prioritization using semantic and structured features. Right. So for our introduction, we're going to talk about continuous integration and related to regression testing and then test case prioritization. So in continuous integration is a process in software development that allows users to frequently integrate their code as they are developing their software. So it comes with advantages like allowing frequent frequent detection of errors, so that as the software is being produced, errors are also being caught and addressed. So this leads to like fast deployment of a product. Right. So regression testing, on the other hand, is a process that ensures that verifies that new code changes that happen in continuous integration do not break existing functionality. But a caveat is that regression testing is expensive and resource intensive, because all the tests that have been run, even the ones that have been previously run, they have to be rerun after each change to ensure that the new change that has just occurred doesn't have negative effects on the software. So because of this problem, researchers have come up with a process called test case prioritization. So this process addresses the problems that come with regression testing by ordering test cases based on fault detection potential, ensuring that those test cases that are more likely to catch errors are run first, so that in case there's not enough resources to run all the tests in the regression test, then at least the important tests will then be run. So our motivation and problem statement. So the problem is that traditional test case prioritization methods focus only on explicit structured test cases, and this could lead to missing valuable implicit tests. So when we ignore these implicit test cases, there is it means that potentially we are ignoring some potential fault revealing tests, and this might actually not be good for our testing. It may lead to suboptimal testing. So for our motivation, when we incorporate this semantic information from natural language descriptions, this could enhance our prioritization. And how does it do that? It helps to capture test complexity, novelty, and fault likelihood signals. And it also helps to improve early fault detection in our continuous integration pipeline. So our aim for this particular research, for this particular paper, was to design a test case prioritization model that integrates both structured and semantic features for optimal prioritization. So our research objectives, we planned to develop a hybrid NLP, natural language processing, and the CNN framework for TCP. So in our research, we're extracting semantic features. So in our process, we created a semantic feature called implicit probability from natural test case description, and we engineered the interaction in polynomial features to model nonlinear relationships, and then we integrated these semantic features into a convolutional neural network model to predict prioritization scores. And then we evaluated whether the semantic feature that we worked with actually improves fault detection efficiency using APFD score and classification performance, which is the F1 score. So for background and literature, we looked at NLP, generally NLP in software engineering. And so from the literature that we reviewed, we looked at NLP in software engineering, and also how TCP, how NLP has helped to revolutionize TCP techniques. Right. So NLP in software engineering has been applied in requirements analysis. It has been used in code summarization, bug report analysis, test generation, among others. And for the TCP techniques that we did look through, we looked at history-based and coverage-based methods. We looked at machine learning approaches, like deep order and neutron in particular. And then we also did a review of hybrid models. And the ones that we reviewed are TCP-net and SET-TCP by Lee et al., which was done in 2014. So this one, the semantic aware TCP, which is SET-TCP, is the one that is close to our research. So in this work, the researchers incorporate semantic similarity and contextual features, but still they rely on explicit test cases and they don't integrate implicit test cases. So we found that that is still a gap, that no existing approaches explicitly combine implicit semantic information with structured features for prioritization. And this still leads to suboptimal prioritization. So for our proposed framework is made up of two modules, right? So the first module is the natural language processing module. And this module extracts semantic features from test descriptions. And we use the TF-IDF algorithm and the multinomial base. So these were used to identify implicit tests and to produce the semantic probability score that we spoke about, that's going to then be used in prioritization. So our NLP model achieved a 95% accuracy on test classification. So it's able to, when given a set of test cases, test descriptions, it's able to identify and pick out those that are implicit test cases, those that are implicit. Then so our NLP module, it extracts implicit test cases, right? And then it ensures that they are included in prioritization. So it feeds into the CNN module, which then combines the structured and semantic features for intelligent test prioritization. So our CNN module combines structured features, which are the normal structured features that are used in test case prioritization, like test duration, verdict, cycle, and those things. So it then combines them with our engineered features from the NLP module, including the probability score that is calculated in the NLP module. So this model then learns prioritization patterns, and from that it outputs a calculation priority scores, and it uses so our CNN module is a one-dimensional CNN architecture with convolutional layers, and we used also dropout and dense layers to fortify it. Right. So this is the kind of like the framework of how it works. So when a change has been detected, so I'm just going to explain this flowchart. So when a change has been detected in software, the NLP module kicks in. So this NLP module will analyze the descriptions of test cases and identify key terms and phrases and semantic patterns within that within those test cases. Then it's going to then identify explicit test cases and implicit test cases, and then it's going to then pass that that information, if I can say, to the deep learning module, which uses CNN, right? So this deep learning module will then combine the explicit test cases together with the implicit test cases that have been extracted from the NLP module, and then it will perform it will then execute the test cases. So in the feedback loop, we have so in the what the feedback loop does is that it updates the historical data and retrains the model as new information comes in. Right? So and then at the end of the day, it provides a list of test cases in a prioritized form. Right. So I think I've already kind of like spoken about how these two modules work. So the key benefits of our CNN prioritization module is that it's
Sorry
effectively
to interrupt, dear presenter. You have last 1 minute. Please conclude your presentation.
All right, thank you. Right. So we've already spoken about how the CNN works. So for our experiment, we used a test case. A data set that contains real test cases, and then because currently in the current setup of TCP doesn't use semantic information, so we had to then create like using these TCP test cases as a base. We then added more information onto those data sets to form the data set that we're going to work with, to include semantic data. And then we did pre-processing and cross-validation. So our results show that we tested our product, if I can say, in 3 configurations. So first we had a CNN model with semantic that uses semantic structures, and then one that doesn't use semantic structures, and then just for base we used a logistic regression. So we can see that from our results. It shows that using the semantic enhanced model has actually has a higher detection efficiency, as shown in the results. So for our discussion, limitations and future work, practical implications, our enhanced AFP enables faster feedback loops, and it saves time and it uses resources better. Right. And then because of the current limitation in the availability of data sets for this particular type of study, this might actually lead our result, or it might bring some problems into our results, but we're working on trying to actually produce a good data set and a big data set for that. And then our future research includes exploring we need to improve our NLP more, because there are more advanced models that have come in, like BET, and then we'll need to conduct explainability studies with Lime or Sharp and validate on real world CI datasets. And so in conclusion, we've successfully demonstrated that using semantic features actually improves fault detection efficiency in test case prioritization. And this confirms that the value of using natural language processing in CI/CD workflows is actually an advantage. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for the presentation, Nzof.
Thank you.
May we have one question, if there are any questions from the floor? Having no questions from the floor, may we have the next presenter, Umi
Thank you.
Patel, to come on board. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you, sir.
What is the accuracy of your implementation?
Sorry, so the accuracy for the NLP model, it's 95%. And then for the CNN, we are at 85%.
Okay. Is there any proper justification? For CNN, it is 85%, and for other, it is 95%. What can be the reason of lower and higher accuracy?
Okay. So we're thinking because we have to, like, we have an issue with data sets. So we're thinking maybe because of like we are using synthetic data sets, like we're mixing our data sets. So this could be one of the reasons why we are getting a low performance on the CNN, but we're still working on training it to improve it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we have the next presenter, please? I think we've taken too much time in this one. Please, can we stick to our times? Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much, presenter. Now we can move forward to our next presenter to present her paper on AI driving precision farming, leveraging environmental and soil parameters for accurate crop yield prediction. It's Juhi Patel.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Juhi Patel. I'm from GLS University, and today I'm presenting AI-driven precision farming, leveraging environmental and soil parameters for accurate crop predictions. This is guided by Dr. Tejas Kumar Bhatt. This is my outline. The first, I'll go start with the introduction. Nowadays, agriculture faces critical challenges like climate change, soil degradation, irrigations, and water security. Traditional farming practices, although reliable in pace and are not sufficient to meet the modern day demands for precision efficiency, like AI model and machine learning technologies can integrate diverse data sources, including soil, weather, vegetation parameters, as well as to improve the soil health due to new biological fertilizer as well. So to improve their yield predictions. A key innovation here is the NDVI, that is the Normalized Difference Vegetation Index, which uses satellite or drone imagery to assess the crop health and detect stress early. So we can reduce that kind of stress from the crops, and if the disease are available in our crop, so we can reduce by giving proper uh, fertilizer or medications to the plants. This establishes the motivation for scalable and farmer friendly AI farm framework to support sustainable agriculture. My research objectives are to develop a AI-based framework to predict the crop yield. Specific objectives include the focusing on parameters such as soil pH, soil moisture, rainfall, temperature, and NDVI data, validating the model with the statistical measures like mean square error and R square values, ensuring the proposed framework is sustainable, scalable, and ethically aligned with the farmers' need, what they are actually needing to optimizing their diseases, crop diseases, and improve your crop yields. Here is the NDVI field map, which is shows that it measures the crop health using satellite drone imagery. Here, the green areas are having the 0.6 to 0.9, 0.9. That is that are the healthy and dense vegetations, whereas in yellow areas are moderate and stressed crops, where the brown leads to the non-vegetated areas. There are bare soils and less water over there. Application precision farming detects the crop stress early before visible symptoms, optimize the irrigation and fertilizer uses, improve the yield forecasting and decision making to the farmers. Here are the literature reviews which I have studied. The existing research highlights how AI/ML improve the farming efficiently. Examples include the machine learning for optimizing irrigation and rice cultivations, soil health monitoring, AI monitoring with AI, and smart systems for organic crop rotations. However, many studies focuses on single parameters such as weather or soil condition. My study contributes to integrating multiple key factors together into a unified AI-based prediction farming. Here is the methodology where I've been collecting the data and pre-processing it. The data collection includes the collecting soil, climate, and vegetation data. Pre-processing includes the cleaning and preparing data for analysis. Feature collection analysis to identify strongest predictors for the crop yield and selecting the proper uh, features for the model. Model training and validation includes that training multiple AI models and validating results using statistical metrics. And after that, there is a decision support system, whether we need to reconclude or taste again and select another model. He- uh, Here are the feature correlations where the rainfall and soil moisture shows the moderate correlations is also rainfall shows the moderate correlation with the soil moisture reflecting its role in maintaining the soil quality, where the soil moisture shows the highest correlation with the yield, emphasizing the importance of water availability, where the NVDI shows the strongest positive correlation with the crop yield and highlighting vegetation health as a key predictor. Here are the models which I have evaluated for this paper. When comparing multiple models, linear regression achieved highest accuracy of 97.1%. This significant result has shown that simpler and interpretable models can outperform complex ones if their right features are selected. Decision tree supports that. Decision tree shows that accuracy of 89.8%, where K-means clustering shows the 87% of accuracy. The NDVI and soil moisture emerged as the strongest indicators for the crop prediction. So linear regression shows the highest accuracy. In the conclusion, linear regression provides reliable prediction with the highest accuracy. R square is 0.97 and the low error. NDVI and soil moisture were the two most influential factors for predicting yields. The study demonstrates how simple AI models can provide interpretable and practical solutions, where the future works includes the expanding the frameworks to diverse crops, integrating deep learning with IoT technologies, and developing mobile-based application for the farmers. This will ensure the wider scalability and usability at the grassroots level. Here are the references which I have to for this presentation. If you have any queries, please let me know. Questions?
Oh, thank you very much, Bhumi, for
Thank you,
your
sir.
presentations. Please, can I invite the questions from the floor?
Sorry, sir.
I'm saying thank you for the presentation. Can we have questions from the floor?
From the
The floor, they are going to ask questions. Thank you very much.
okay.
Wait for your questions from the other participants.
Which flow I have selected? So, I'm sorry, but can you repeat?
I'm saying thank you very much for your presentation.
Okay, sir.
I'm inviting the people who are attending this session to ask you questions. If there are any questions, they're going to ask you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. Now moving ahead to our next presenter to present her paper on deepfake guard detection of swap-based deepfake image and videos. It's Bhumi Patel.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to
Mm.
share my screen.
Sure.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I'm going to present my work on Project Deepfake Guard, and it is a work based on detection of face swap-based deepfake images and videos. And myself, Man, and Om have carried this research under Dr. Pritesh Prajapati and Professor Nishat Sheikh. And we are the students of Charuset University, Anand from Gujarat. If I talk about the problem statement or the overview of this project, we are already aware of the rise of the AI generated media. Like recently, we had a trend on Gemini where people were creating images, AI generated images, which looked really realistic. So it is very important to distinguish between the real media and the fake media, because with the rise of AI generated media, the deep fakes, that is, the AI synthesized images or videos, are increasingly being used in misinformation or any kind of fraud or even cybercrime. So, detecting these manipulations which are occurring is very crucial to ensure trust, authenticity, and digital safety. So, these technologies offer a great potential and they can pose serious threats that can lead to identity fraud, misinformation, and the creation of non-consensual and defamatory media. So, detecting such manipulated content using AI will give us good accuracy and results. And it is a growing challenge for security agencies and digital platforms as well. Hence, it is a pressing need for an AI/ML based solution, that is machine learning algorithm based solution, which is capable of analyzing such complex videos, such long videos, the images generated, and accurately identify which are the deepfakes and which are the real ones, particularly those which involves a facial identity swap. So our solution, which is the deepfake guard, it is a robust AI-powered detection system that identifies manipulated content in both images and videos. Our objectives were to develop an AML-based solution with high reliability and high accuracy, evaluate and compare multiple deep learning models such as variants of EfficientNet for detecting the facial inconsistencies and manipulation patterns. Now, why EfficientNet? Because it's robust, complex architecture can easily identify the facial inconsistencies and the facial features of the real and fake videos. And another task was to design a user-friendly interface so that not only technical people but also non-technical people and the end users like the forensic analysts, journalists, public, digital media people, or even students, they can simply upload the video or the image and view the detection results with the detailed analysis report about that particular uploaded object. Now, the plan components include, the first one is data pre-processing. The pre-processing steps include the frame extraction, because basically a video is composed of multiple frames or multiple images in sequence. So it first one was frame extraction, then face detection, then facial feature analysis and inconsistencies, normalization, augmentation, and to create a clean and a balanced data set for training and testing. So for this purpose, we used two data sets from Kaggle, which was FF++, Space Forensics++ dataset, and DFTC dataset. Model development included selection of multiple deep learning models which were EfficientNet. 4 variants of EfficientNet we have tried. EfficientNet simple architecture, EfficientNet V4, EfficientNet V4 ST, and EfficientNet V4 ST with attention mechanism. Then we followed by training the evaluation result metrics used for classification. User interface development, that is design and implement a user-friendly web interface that, of course, allow users to upload suspected videos, images, and then run the deepfake detection and then visualize what are the results. And then system testing using PyTest for unit and integration testing and the testing the model API and the UI functionality. On top of that, we also leverage Docker for environment independent testing and consistent deployment. We have also set up CI/CD using Jenkins for automated testing, building, and deployment. Now, this is the flow of the system. The user inputs an image or a video from the front end. Then the image and video processing takes place, which typically includes frame extraction and extraction of the facial features and inconsistencies. And then the facial feature analysis takes place. Then those features goes through the deep learning model, which are the 4 EfficientNet variants. And then the model decides whether the image is real or fake, that is the binary classification. And then the user gets the complete results, whether the uploaded media is real or fake with analysis report. So the results are presented over here. The 4 models on which we have performed this particular task is EfficientNet V4. EfficientNet V4 ST is a more complex than the baseline one because it uses a transformer-based architecture, that is encoder-decoder architecture. EfficientNet V4 ATT uses the attention mechanism, that is, it focuses on the more important features and the more important facial inconsistencies or facial shapes or the shape of the eyes, ears. So it typically uses the attention mechanism in certain areas. And EfficientNet V4 ATT ST uses both the transformer-based architecture and the attention mechanism, which makes it the most complex one. And we can even see that we got good results for FF++ dataset with EfficientNet V4. And for DFTC, we got good results with the baseline model only, that is area under curve. And for log loss, we typically expect it to be very small. So smaller the log loss, the better is the model. Functional requirements included image upload and video upload in a particular format. Like for images, we have JPG and PNG. For video, MP4 video should be uploaded. Deepfake detection includes both the analyzed images and videos and detect the face swapping, any kind of manipulation, and the anomalies that can be present in that media. User interface that easily allow users to upload the image, view the results, and then check the accuracy, how good the model is. We also get the probability along with the results and a detailed analytics. Real-time detection, that is on-the-spot results that allows a person to directly upload an image or a video and instantly get the results within specified durations without any delays. So this comes under the non-functional requirement, which is performance. That is, the system delivered the detection results with under 10 seconds for images and under 1 minute for short videos that we tested on. Reliability, so it operated on good defined conditions with minimal downtime or failures, that is proper running of the application. Usability, the interface should be intuitive and easy, and it is very easy. Anyone, even a non-technical person or anyone can use this easily. Portability, we have also made it portable using Docker and Jenkins, and it can be accessible via Streamlit as well. the industry practices that we adopted were modular approach, like first developing the login register module, then user management module, then security module, then detection module. So it was a modular development approach, software engineering approach that we implemented. Version control Git, which is very important to maintain the code base, containerization with Docker, then security best practices, handling files properly, the uploaded files, storing it in proper database, CI/CD pipelines with
Sorry to interrupt. You have last 1 minute. Please conclude your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Then continuous integration and continuous development using Jenkins, and test-driven development, which we carried out using PyTest. Now, the challenges we faced were UI integration with the backend. Then there were certain Docker environment conflicts which were based on the port, real-time detection bottlenecks, because it took a long time to process. So it was very important to give the results within a specified time as per our functional requirements. And the solution we provided to those challenges were a hybrid detection architecture, which consisted of 4 different architectures: cross-platform user, Dockerized CI/CD ready architecture, secure file handling that the user uses, and easy backup and recovery of the application. So this was our work focused on the detection of deep fakes using AI/ML, particularly deep learning and efficient variants. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
What about data set? From which source you have collected the data set?
We have used 2 data sets, Space Forensics and DFTC from Kaggle.
Okay. Why Kaggle? Why not other?
Because Kaggle had good quantity of data, like the data was not too small, and it had considerable images and videos that we can test upon. So we found Kaggle as a reliable source for carrying.
I mean images.
Sorry?
In the data set, how many images?
There were around 3,000 images.
Okay. And what is the accuracy?
Accuracy we got was around 90%.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Please, I'm requesting presenters, please try to stick to your time, and also try not to read all your slides, just summarize them so that we have time. We need to finish. Please, thank you very much. Can the next presenter please come on board?
Thank you so much, presenter. Now we can call our next presenter to present paper on examine the role of SKTI and MON-SKTI in public sector accounting, a case study of National Research and Innovation Agency of Indonesia. Dear
All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity to the moderator. Today I will present our paper about examining the role of Sakti and Mon-Sakti in public sector accounting, a case study of BRIN, National Research and Innovation Agency of Indonesia. Okay, now we'll start with introductions. This research is a grounded case study approach that has been conducted in a public sector accounting program in Universitas Negeri Jakarta. So our background of the study following the visions of advanced, transparent, and accountable public sector management. The first one is Indonesia public sector accounting. Today is transforming to strengthen transparency, accountability, and efficiency. And second, National Research and Innovation Agency BRINS was formed by consolidating 5 major research institutions such as LIPI, B, PW, T, Batan, and Lapan, as well as by gradually integrating research and development units from various ministries and agencies in Indonesia. Third, BRIN manage multi-source of budget from APBNs or state budget, yeah, and then non-tax revenue, we call it PNBP, and research grant all within a decentralized structures. And also creating complex financial challenges. And four, to address this, BRIN applies the Sakti system for execution and reporting, integrated with Monsakti and SPAN for centralized monitoring. And this case highlight how digital transformation support the financial accountability and transparency in complex government institution. So I think, yes, this one. To conduct this study, we find out the literature review about Sakti and Monsakti. They are both central to digital financial management at BRIN and support Indonesia move toward accountable, transparent public sector accounting. Sakti is sistem aplikasi keuangan tingkat instansi. This is an integrated digital platform that used by government agency for budget execution, financial transaction processing, and also reporting. And Sakti streamlines financial operation by shifting from manual paperwork to real-time electronic management that helps reducing error, improving data accuracy, and also ensuring compliance with government accounting. While Monsakti or Monitoring Sakti is a centralized monitoring and consolidation tool that connect to the Sakti and national financial system like SPAN. Monsakti help the government to allows real-time supervision, so consolidation of data from multiple BRIN units and also timely detection of irregularities. So this will making financial oversight more efficient and also transparent. So this study adopt two main frameworks. We call it COSO internal control model to emphasize the internal control and monitoring in BRIN's financial processes, and also the technology acceptance model that focus on how perceived ease of use and also usefulness influence the adoption of Sakti and Monsakti in BRIN. The method that we use in this study is a qualitative approach to explore BRIN financial reporting to process Sakti and Monsakti. And also we collect the data by interview with the government account, with the head of verification, control, and budgeting, and also deputy head of financial reporting team in BRINS. To process the data, we use thematic coding with 3 stages: reduction, categorizing, and conclusion drawing. And then we analyze the focus on digital integration, timeline coordination, and also reporting challenges. And from this work, we find out that BRIN financial governments follow accrual-based government accounting standard that required by the as required by the regulations, and the reporting is done every semester, quarter, and year, involving several internal teams and following Ministry of Finance procedure. And second, for system utilizations, Sakti is used at the unit level for budgeting, transaction, and reporting. Modules cover accounting tasks like a general ledger and accounts payable, while Monsakti is used centrally to consolidate the reconciled data, providing real-time oversight and also detecting anomalies. Nah, in terms of accrual practices, BRIN record financial activities based on the accrual principle. So including asset depreciation, risk payable, and also revenue recognition. While most journal entries are automated in the system, some still require manual input. So all practices align with the national accounting standard or government accounting standard in Indonesia. And for reporting and audit outcomes, we find out that in 2023, BRIN achieved a budget realization rate of 93.82%. This is a very nice and very good, yeah, and received an unqualified opinion or WTP from the Audit Board of Indonesia. So our report are consolidated through Monsakti, moving from unit level reporting to the central level and are synchronized with SPAN. And fifth, regarding operational and institution challenges, BRIN faced frequent downtimes in the Sakti system. So this is still need to develop better, and delays in data synchronization. Institutionally, there were internal policy changes and a 40% cut of the operational budget, putting extra pressure to the reporting teams. So this issue highlight the importance of readiness of and human capacity for digital adoption in public finance. And finally, in terms of strategic implication, BRIN experience shown the need to balance integration with organizational adaptability. So the dual system model bring flexibility to supporting both transparency and efficiency. Moving forward, there is a need for more training, better infrastructures, and enhanced automation to maintain the improve of reporting quality. And the conclusion of this study, our research showed that integrating Sakti and Monsakti along with accrual base, and also compliance with standard that has improved transparency and consistency in BRIN's financial reporting. Even though this institution is new, yeah, because this is merger. However, challenges remain such as system disruptions, manual process, and limited budgets that hinder optimal reporting. But we found that technology alone is not enough. So sustainable transformation also needs skilled staff, proper infrastructures, and also strong internal processes. Nah, combining between Sakti for operation and Monsakti for consolidations demonstrate that the value of adaptable approaches in the complex government environments. So the success depends on the investment in human capital, ongoing training, and regular system that upgrade for better alignment of technology and institutional practice. And finally, we acknowledge that some research limitations. Our findings actually are exploratory, so only based just from two respondents from BRIN that have the capabilities to show us how Sakti and Monsakti work at a BRINs. So we have limited to access the data because it's restricted and confidential. So we hope we can expand the research in the next research, yeah, to explore more about Sakti and Monsakti. Thank you so much for your attention.
Okay, so thank you very much. How the consistency achieved? You mentioned consistency, transparency you are achieving.
Yes. All right. Before the government using Sakti for financial reporting, they actually do the reporting manually. So sometimes we found out that the chart of account is different. So by using Sakti, this digital system, the government institutions can use the same standard, the same chart of account. So in each institutions, the standard is similar, very similar. So the consolidation is easier. So that's why I put down that the reporting now is very consistency and also make it more effective and efficient.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation,
You are
a
welcome.
high-powered presentation. May we have questions if there are any questions on this? If there are no other further questions, we can ask Rika to introduce another presenter. Thank you.
Thank you so much, presenter. Now moving ahead to our next presenter to present a paper on human-computer interaction to global patent trust and HCI and URT approach in medical tourism.
Okay, thank you. So I just share my presentation first. All right, I think you can see my presentation. My name is Dina Skarfus Parati from Binus University, Jakarta, Indonesia. The title of my article is Human-Computer Interaction to Global Patients Trust, an HCI and URT approach in medical tourism. So as the introduction, as we know that the tourism industry growth as a major contributor to national revenue, especially those countries in Southeast Asia, particularly the Malaysia. So as you can see here, the market value from 2025 and then projected to 2032, you can see the growth of the money of this industry. From Malaysia's position, the healthcare reform started in the 1980s, and then after the COVID, they also keep growing. As you can see, into 2023, 15% industry growth, where 2 hospitals rank among world best in 2024. And the interesting part is where the 60% patients from Indonesia visit Penang, one of the famous hospital in Penang, where Penang itself leads with 40.7% of national revenue from this industry in Malaysia. So this has become the worry from the Indonesian government, because a lot of Indonesian patients visit and then trust these hospitals in Malaysia, particularly in Penang. But during the visitation, I'm sure as international patient, the Indonesian patient has have kind of worry about the risk that they may face in terms of international medical tourism. As you can see here, there is in medical tourism, we can see the extended travel, destination, and then legal concern, pre and post-treatment challenges because of the distance, and of course, the language. Moreover, the softness and certainty are the key for decision making for international medical tourism. And then if we try to connect this medical industry with the role of technology of the HCI, you can see here digital tools reduce actually the barriers of distance, time, and cost, because the HCI critical in designing interactions that provide certainty and reduce anxiety, which those 2 points are very important for the patients. 4 modes of uncertainty in HCI research are disciplining uncertainty, like control through standardization and precision, and then politics of uncertainty, as we know that every government has different regulation, has different power. So this is shaped by power and institutions. Uncertainty as generative, like for opportunity for innovation. And this is the most important one for me, is the uncertainty as affection, emotional experiences and responses. This is also very important for international patients, as they are not in their own country, not in their own environment. So the research objective here are to examine how the HCI design principles reduce the uncertainty and build trust among the Indonesian medical tourists, grounded in uncertainty reduction theory, or URT. And then the case study here is the Island Hospital in Penang. Focus for this research is the patient, family, doctor, and then communication as a core element in reducing the anxiety and fostering the trust. Research question here are: how does the island hospital apply SCI to reduce uncertainty for Indonesian patients? How do ICT and digital platforms influence the patient's trust? And then in what ways do URT and HCI explain technology adoption in cross-border healthcare? The theories that I or my team use here are the HCI, human-computer interaction, focus for user-centered, usable, and culturally adapted system. And then here I also use the first four approaches under SCI theory, which are user-centered design, activity-centered design, system design, and indigenous design, where the goal is to reduce barriers of distance, time, and language. While for the second theories, uncertainty reduction theory from Berger and Calabrese 1975, people seek to reduce uncertainty in a new situation. As we know that the Indonesian patients visit Malaysia and then will face a lot of new things over there, while they also have illness that they have to recover, and then the worry also there. So proactive before and the retroactive after information seekings are very important to reduce this uncertainty. And then for the application in this research is where Indonesian patients try to reduce the risk by seeking clear information before they travel. The methodology here is about qualitative case study, where the case study is Island Hospital, the data collection done in June to July 2024. And then the interview for the Indonesian patient happened in the hospital, where the range of the age is 40 to 60 years old. And then we also interview the families of the Indonesian patient that we found over there in the hospitals and also in Jakarta, where the age range is 40 to 60. And also we interview the post-treatment families that we interview in Jakarta and then also in Pekanbaru, Riau, where the age is 40 to 50. And also we visited and interviewed the Indonesian consulate officers in Penang, Malaysia. And then we do observation too to the facilities in the hospitals and then the ICT use, the website, the chat box of the hospital. Triangulation we use are including the interviews, observations, and the website. And then the analysis technique that we use here is the trust building, the coding focus, which consists of trust building and communication under the URT, uncertainty, and then ICT or HCI, usability and effectiveness, and also the barriers, which consists of culture, literacy, and infrastructure. So the finding here that we find from the website and also from the interviews, the observation, the website transparency key to trust. They have a very clear website, and then they have multilingual options. They have English, they have Bahasa, they have Chinese, Mandarin. So this is very helpful for the Indonesian patient before they come to the hospital. They can get a lot of information. In the website you can see the cost that they will have to pay, and then they also will see all the expertise of the doctors, the information about the specialty of the doctors, etc. So this is very important to reduce the anxiety, and also the international medical is very expensive. Not forget to mention about the accommodation, ticket, and
Dear
etc.
presenter, you have last 1 minute to conclude your
Okay.
presentation.
Thank you. So this is very helpful. And also the communication tools, they are very responsive. The WhatsApp, the direct contact for the doctor, and then the responsive is very warm the heart of the patients. Moreover, the experience of the patient, they become a promotion for the Indonesian patient, the other Indonesian patient. And also over there, we find there is Indonesian service desk alone, not any other countries over there. This is very supporting. And the Malaysian government also support this industry by my digital application, and then the multilingual staff, and also the later on I explain about these four approaches here from several. So I try to make the findings into the four approaches from several. As you can see here, I categorize all the findings into the four approaches: user-centered design, the activity-centered design, the system design, and also the genius design. All the barriers can be handled by this SCI under the four approaches, and this make more and more Indonesian patients come and then trust the island hospitals in Penang. As the conclusion here, so we can see that the ICT and HEIs catalyze trust in medical tourism, and then the uncertainty reduction via information dialogue happen through digital, the website, the chatbot, the WhatsApp. They even have Indonesian number WhatsApp, and then the usability access, the very easy accessibility. This can align the different of the culture, and then this make the trust ecosystem become stronger and stronger. And then for future research, maybe we can do a research for more focus on AI, wearables, and then immersive tools for more care continuity. That's it. Thank you from me.
Okay. So thank you very much.
Any questions from the floor, please? Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you, Moses.
Thank you so much, presenter. Moving ahead to a next presenter to present his paper on influence of store attributes on purchase intention and customer satisfaction in Philippine supermarkets. Dear presenter.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Please start your
All right.
presentation.
Okay, for a while. All right. Okay. Can you now see my screen?
Yes, but you can make it full screen.
All right. All right. Is that already a full screen?
No, it's not full screen.
Okay.
You can increase the screen size of percentages. 33%. You may increase your number. So 33%. You may increase its 50% and you can
Or maximize it at the top there.
All right. Can you now? Is it already a full screen?
okay.
Yeah, we can see it, but it's not optimized. We just see part of it. May you
For a while.
maximize at the top there?
Uh,
Maximize it.
Little larger. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, now it is visible
Okay.
properly.
Okay.
All right. Is it now? Okay. All right. Can I start?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. So good day, everyone. So I'll be presenting our paper with my students here in National University Philippines, entitled Influence of Store Attributes on Purchase Intention and Customer Satisfaction in Philippine Supermarkets. So presenting to you the people behind of this paper, and these are the my students, no? And I am their faculty in charge together with their advisor. So let's start with the introduction. So supermarkets are expansive retail outlets offering a wide array of food and household products where consumer purchases are often driven not only by necessity but also by impulse buying, according to Shawas in 2021. So a major factor influencing this behavior is the presence of store attributes. Features such as convenience, customer relations, product assortment, aesthetics, and services, which shape the overall shopping experience, according to Peng et al. In 2018. These attributes significantly affect purchase intention, defined as a shopper's willingness and likelihood to buy, and are closely linked to customer satisfaction, which measures how well a store meets consumer expectation. Addressing gaps in prior studies conducted in Jakarta and Ho Chi Minh City by Hartono and Kumar in 2022 and Nguyen and Huyn in 2022, a recent Philippine-based study explores how store attributes like accessibility, cleanliness, promotions, pricing, and customer relations influence purchase intention and ultimately enhance customer satisfaction. The purpose of this study was to determine the influence of store attributes on purchase intention and customer satisfaction in the Philippine supermarkets. Specifically, the study aims to determine the socio-demographic profile of respondents in terms of age, sex, and monthly allowance or income to contextualize consumer behavior in selected supermarkets here in the Philippines. Further seeks to assess perceived effectiveness of specific store attributes including accessibility and cleanliness, product assortment, promotional strategies, pricing, and customer relations as evaluated by supermarkets customers. In addition, the research investigates the influence of purchase intentions on the attainment of customer satisfaction. Finally, the study explores significant relationship between store attributes and both purchase intentions and customer satisfactions, thereby contributing to a deeper understanding of consumer decision making in the retail environment. We have also two theoretical framework. First is according to Merabian and Russell in 1974, there are three stages to an individual psychological decision making. First are the environmental stimuli, which are the things that surround the person. Organisms are the things that are influenced by the environment, such as feelings, emotions, and behavior that lead to the response either by giving an approach or avoiding it. Second would be the store attributes which we have, no, such as environmental stimuli, which can affect the behavior of the customer through accessibility and cleanliness, no, those items that we have in the paper. And of course, the response, no, which are
Sorry,
the approaches.
may I interject, please? May you choose your slides? We are seeing the first slide only. May you
I
click
am
on the slide?
already I am already in the slide of stimulus organism response theory. Am I?
Yeah, click on the left side where there are slides there. Click on the slide which you're talking about.
All right. All right. Can I proceed?
Yeah, you can proceed.
All right. So I am in the slide of stimulus response model or black box model already. So technically, it
Dear
is based.
presenter, you are still on a first introduction slide. Yeah, now it's
Oh, all right.
please click on your current slide.
Yes, I am now clicking my. All right. I'm here already in the stimulus response model or black box model. Are you also in the slide that I am presenting? Sorry.
Yes, but
No,
now this
you're in the introduction. Move
Still in
out
the
of the presentation mode. Yeah, don't go to the presentation mode. Just use this one. Yeah,
for a
it's
while.
fine now.
Sorry,
Mhm.
sorry. Hmm. Entire. Where is my slide? Okay. Sorry. Are you now seeing my slide?
yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So Um, and we are now introducing the integrated theories from those two theories, the integrated SOR and black box model of store attributes influence on purchase intention and customer satisfaction in supermarkets. So we have the store attributes, which are the accessibility and cleanliness, product assortment, promotion, price, and customer relationship directly to perceive effectiveness, and then of course the customer satisfaction. But in a perceived effectiveness, it may be lead to a purchase intention. I am in the slide of methodology. All right. The study used correlational research design with 380 supermarket respondents with the use of simple random sampling. We also use adaptive survey questionnaire, no, via the Likert scale. We obtained the data through face-to-face survey and online surveys with the reliability testing and cronbach alpha. We also use data analysis such as frequency and percentage distribution, weighted mean, standard deviation, Spearman's rank, correlation coefficient. I am now in the slide of objective one, wherein I'll be presenting the discussion, conclusion, and recommendation.
Dear presenter, sorry to interrupt. You have last 1 minute to conclude your presentation.
All right, thank you. So technically, the paper got the result of 18 to 28 years old female having a monthly allowance or income of less than 10,000, or if we convert it into US dollar, more or less 170 US dollars. So as we recommend, establish effective marketing strategies based on the preferences and lifestyle of young adult shoppers. We also have Key factors, cleanliness and accessibility are convenient location, easy to navigate sections, good transportation and access, and overall cleanliness. So we recommend product placement should be convenient and stores should be easily reachable by any transportation to create favorable impression from the customer. And of course, both customer satisfaction and purchase intention um, obtained moderately positive correlation between with the store attributes, indicating a statistically significant relationship. That's why supermarket and retail industries should consider and prioritize things that influence purchase intention, such as store attributes. All right. So we recommend these to the supermarket customers, of course, the retail industry and supermarket marketing department, and to all the future researchers who can use our paper for continuation or for the improvement of the paper. So that's all for this. Thank you for listening po.
Oh, thank you very much for, for the presentations. The next presenters, please, if you are using your PowerPoint presentation, don't use the show presentation mode. If just use the slides as they are, because they will not, if you use a presentation mode, they will not move. If you want to use the presentation mode, you choose entire slide, entire screen, so that you can switch between. All the same, thank you for the presentation. Questions, please. Over to you, Rika.
Yes, I think there's a no question. Thank you so much, presenter for your presentation. And moving ahead to our next presenter to present her paper on intelligent access control scheme. For the Internet of Everything, a survey of techniques, challenges, and future directions. Dear presenter.
Yeah. Hi. Okay. Hi, my name is Pratnya, and I hope you are able to hear me and you're able to see my screen as well. Okay. So I'm here to give the presentation on our paper, Intelligent Access Control Schemes for the Internet of Everything. So my fellow co-authors, Dr. Parikshit Mahalle and Dr. Pankaj Chandre, under their guidance, we have worked on this research paper. So this is going to be outline of the session as well as outline of the paper as well. So introduction to IOE, what are the objectives, traditional access control systems, and like this is going to be outlined. So let's start with the introduction. What is IOE? So IOE is the next level of the IoT, the Internet of Things. Everybody knows the Internet of Things, where you are connecting device to the internet. You can turn on, off lights from your phone. These are like basic examples, but there are so many advanced implementation of IoT. The IoE is the next step of that IoT, where it consists of any object that can be fitted with the digital features and connected to the network of other object, people, processes. So what are the pillars of the IoE? Decentralization. The data is processed in the numerous distributed nodes. The next pillar is the data input and output. The external data can be stored on the device itself, and it can be shared with the other components on the same network. And then the last pillar, or one more pillar, is the connection to every technology in the digital transformation. So the IoE connects to the cloud computing, artificial intelligence, big data, you just name it. So what constitutes the IoE? People. People are the one who are users, stakeholders who engage with the system directly or indirectly. Things are nothing but your devices. So those are Internet of Things, the devices which have sensors that generate data and transfer it through the network. Then data. Data is from the device, it's a raw data, but once it is aggregated and analyzed, it can be used for additional decisions and intelligent solutions. Processes are the automated workflows and logic that guarantees effective task execution and communication. So why we need access control? What is the objective behind having the proper access control in the system? As you know, I mean, as we have reviewed, there are multiple things involved in the IoE. You have people, you have devices, and n number of devices can get connected. There are processes as well, and data. So everything is very secure and personalized. So we need to make sure the data or the access grant has been given to the authorized devices as well as other factors of the IoE ecosystem. So that's why AC, the access control is very much needed and it has to be properly done. So what we have done as a part of this paper is basically categorize the intelligent AC techniques, compare the methods on the basis of performance, security, accuracy, and then scalability as well. Then highlight the changes in the challenges in the IoE and identify the research options. So these are the traditional access control systems. The first one is discretionary access control. It's a simple, flexible as well, but it is not appropriate for the complicated IoEs. The next one is MAC or mandatory access control. It is stringent system enforced policy. Basically, what it does is it gives the security labels to the resources and users and grant the access depending on the predefined policy. But again, it is quite a rigid. Next one is RBAC, which is rule-based access control. It is scalable kind of thing. Basically, it grants permission based on the organizational role. But the challenge is for the RBAC is with IoE, IoE in IoE context can be very dynamic. So RBAC is not scalable much with that dynamic context. The last one is attribute-based access control, which grants access based on time, location, device type. It is pretty good, scalable as well, but it has the computational overhead. So these are the limitations. There are new intelligent access control approaches as well, like machine learning. Basically, machine learning learns from the historical access pattern behaviors, and then there are other options like supervised learning models, support vector machines or decision tree. Those are trained on the label database to predict whether the particular access request should be granted or not. So it is pretty good, but again, it will have its own limitation. We can review in the next part. The next one is the deep learning. It's in this case, the access control scenarios include the environmental and behavioral input. And deep learning is extremely appropriate since it can model complicated relationships, extract features from the high dimensional data. Again, it's good. It also covers, you know, a couple of other things like the convolutional neural networks as well as recurrent neural networks. RNNs are good for sequential data, such as user activity, other stuff. And CNN is good for the image-based authentication, facial recognition, etc. There is a new thing called GNN as well, graph structure data, basically graph neural network. It is good for the graph structure data as well. Again, it has its own limitation, which we can review later. The fuzzy logic is definitely the next gen or next advanced advanced access control based methodology for where, you know, wherever you have non-binary results, there fuzzy logic can be used, and fuzzy logic can be used to extend the RBAC, ABAC to give more flexible access or grant access based on threshold, like a trust threshold, like that. So that can be done through the fuzzy RBAC, ABAC. And there is one more, blockchain. So blockchain technology improves security, transparency by providing the decentralized foundation for access control. It's very good and useful in this IoE ecosystem as well. So let's go through the proposed architecture So as we reviewed, like there are multiple access control approaches available, but none of them is specifically suitable or perfectly suitable for IoE ecosystem. So this research or the analysis done by us propose a architecture which can be used for giving the access control to the um, IoE or IoE ecosystem. So this proposed architecture involved different modules. Basically, what we can say, the very first one is the device layer. So in the device layer consists of actual devices where you will have also the wearables, sensors, smart nodes, industrial actuators, which will generate the access requests continuously. And those access requests are collected. Yeah. So then you also have the edge node, which is equipped with three critical modules: the quantum safe crypto engine, and then the edge edge federated learning. This is like a local trainer which can train the AI model which is present on the device, depending on the raw data or the input data which is present, and the context collector, which will gather the real-time environmental behavioral parameters like location, trust level, time, resources. Then at the So this data and the model updates are transmitted over, should be transmitted over the 6G network to avoid the latency in the communication. Then comes is the cloud layer. At the cloud layer, we'll have the federated learning aggregator, which will consolidate the model updates, and which are coming from the edge nodes. So this model is then fed into the multi-agency policy engine, which is autonomously generate permits or deny the access request depending on the decisions made based on the policies as well as behavior, contextual inputs like that. And to improve the transparency, this XAI can be used, which is explainable AI module, which will translate the complex AI logic into the human readable justification. That way, user can understand what's happening. So all access decision would be evaluated by risk-aware authentication gateway, which applies the final policy enforcement. These decisions are stored in the DLT ledger, ensuring the immutability and auditability for the purpose. And this ledger serves as a permanent record for policy and the enforcement outcomes as well. So finally, the authorized requests only are granted, and those access requests would be posted to the industrial control or basically protected services. It will be posted to the protected services like industrial controls or e-health data like that. So this is the proposed architecture for granting access to the IoE ecosystem. So still there could be some challenges. This is like our proposed architecture.
Sorry to interrupt. You have last 1 minute to conclude your presentation.
Sure. Yeah. So the challenges could be device heterogeneity. There could be multiple devices connected, and those could be operating on different protocols. So that those challenges would come in the implementation. Then scalability and interoperability also could be a challenge because of the multiple devices and different protocols, as well as the latency also we need to consider when we are implementing this solution. The future directions are basically we need to have standardized framework for this access control implementation, and the devices are like there could be microchips, very small devices. So we need to basically enhance this framework to support those kind of small equipments as well. And then privacy preserving access controls has to be used properly in the implementation. And these are other topics like federated learning, edge, AI, those things we have to consider properly when we are using it in our access control guidelines or access control methodology. Yeah, so this is what we have it. Thank you. These are the references.
Oh, thank you for the presentation. It's right looking into the future. Please, anyone who has a question on this presentation, you may put it forward. Over to you, Rika.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, presenter. And moving ahead to our next presentation, to present a paper on real-time objection detection using YOLO V5.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, myself, Rohit. I am the next presenter.
Yeah. May please start your presentation.
Yeah, ma'am, I'll share my PPT. Ma'am, is my presentation is visible?
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Hello.
Hello. You may please start your presentation.
Yeah, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Rohit, Dr. Rohit HP. So I am presenting my topic related to real-time object detection using YOLO. So nowadays, we all know that why the object detection is very important. So real-time object detection is very important because it may be used in very vast fields like traffic detection or intrusion detection or some other applications where the real-time object detection is very, very important. And mainly it is violence, not only in the inside the city, in the border also the surveillance is very important role. And self-driving cars, robotics, and many more applications we use for object detection. So, and we are going to detect the object in real time, so it is very critical. And some of the classical method support vector machine, or cascades and all, they have some limitations, like they are slow and they are less accurate and with complex background. So that's why we are going for a YOLO. The algorithm says that you only look once. So it is developed in 2020 and it has a Python-based implementation also. And some of the key features of the YOLO algorithm is it is a very lightweight in nature and it is very fast and it supports transfer learning and it can be easily deployed on the systems. And YOLO has a very like YOLO version 5S. It is only used for detecting the small objects, and like medium version M is also there. Large for L is there, and extra large we have a 5x extended. This one is also there. These are the types of the YOLO algorithms used for detecting the objects of different category. Coming to the methodology of our this one. Here, what we are using is so the architecture of our detection algorithm is as shown in the diagram. So in this, first the camera is used to supply the input, which may be, the input may be any picture or it may be a video also. So that will be passed to the that will be passed as an input, and then it is went to the neural network where the Euro algorithm uses it is applied on the each frame of the input picture or a video using the user selected model. So the user selected model is any one of the model which we have already discussed, that 5 models are there. So anywhere, so large, small and all different models are there. So whichever the user selected, according to that model, it will be processing the user input, that is audio, video or a photo, and then it will detect the frames and it will detect the frame and compress it into the output one, and then it will be passed to the data set. The data set is nothing but it is used to generate a unique data set from the raw pictures to develop a unique model that may be used for detection. To accomplish the collection of raw data photo, we are selected from the different sources. So we classify them into different labels, and then it will be stored in that. And the data set, we divide that into two parts. One is training and testing thing. For training, we use the 70% of that, and testing purpose, we use the 30% of the data set, and then through that only we will able to identify the whatever the new image comes into which category it has to be done. Then in the next stage, each frame has been labeled from the data set, from the gathered information, and then it is formatted into YAML extension file, and this algorithm is configured using PyTorch and PyTorch this one. And the next one is then finally we calculate the output of that frame according to the data set. We have trained already the data set. According to that, we will calculate the output. So here is an example. This is a picture which contains multiple images. Each image will be given a box using that this one YOLO algorithm. The overlapping images is also there, and it will detect that particular object based on that. For example, you can see there bicycle and the dog is overlapped here. And so dog frame is different, it is marked in the yellow, and the bicycle frame is marked with the red color. So during this overlapping also, it will able to predict, because it already has trained data. Using that, it can able to detect that even though some of the part of the bicycle is not visible here, so we can able to detect that particular image as a bicycle. So same way, here are some more examples. In this particular images, you can see that there are lots of images are there inside the one image. So multiple images are there. Each image is boxed using the YOLO algorithm, and it can able to predict each one of it using that particular things. So, and our experiment results shows that. So even though there are lots of versions of YOLO are there, version 3, version 4, and 5. So this is the result. So in version 3, we got 93, in version 4, 91.0, and in version 5, we got 94.6. So this is the best version compared to other one. So this is about our references, and that's all. You have any questions, ma'am?
Oh, thank you for the presentation. It's quite eye-opening. Any questions, please, from the floor? May you put forward your questions? Oh, over to you, Rika.
Okay, thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. And moving ahead to our next presentation, to present on the impact of hospital leadership styles on staff performance and patient satisfaction. Dear presenter, you may please try to screen share option to share your presentation.
Yes.
And in meanwhile, we can call our next presenter to
Yes.
present her paper.
Okay, ma'am.
We can call our next presenter to present her paper on What are the real challenges of being a freelancer?
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and share the screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a second. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity for me to present my research. So before I begin my presentation, I would like to ask, you can answer it via chat box or feel free with other ways. When you hear the word freelancer, what comes to your mind? So basically, when we hear the word freelancer, maybe some of you started to recall some slogan from Upwork, Fiverr, or other freelancer platforms such as "Let's be your own boss" or "Let's fight for your freedom in career." But actually, in the freelancer world, it's not all about glamorous or flexibility. There are actually some challenges that the freelancers has to face. So, with this, me and my co-author, Dr. Okta Bayu Putra, bringing this what are the real challenges of being a freelancer as a research. The flexibility may be offered, but the fragility is uncovered. What are the reasons we conducting this study? Despite the widespread perception and freelancing as a path to autonomy and flexibility, many skilled freelancers struggle to sustain their careers due to structural and contextual barriers, such as geographic disparities, market access, systemic barriers, and other things. Based on the literature review that we have conducted, there are key takeaways that we can take, which are freelancing offers flexibility and autonomy, but it is marked by financial insecurity, lack of protection, and limited career growth opportunities. The challenges are amplified in developing countries where infrastructure gaps and restricted access to resources hinder sustainable freelancer careers. By this, we ensures that only the most relevant and up-to-date research contributes to answering our key question about freelancers' challenges through systematic literature review. Through a Prisma-based systematic review, 185 articles were carefully screened, and 23 high-quality studies that truly address the challenges faced by freelancers in management. From identification, we search freelancers and only take data from Scopus indexed articles. And then at the end, we select articles that meet the criteria and meet the research objectives. The first result that we got is career development. We got 9 publications that actually talk about it. Because we search it in global context, the key takeaway are career development challenges for freelancers worldwide encompass work-life integration difficulties, career uncertainty, regularity barriers into advancements across diverse contexts. For example, at Indonesian media freelancers from the research conducted by Luik et al., it challenges lacking formal career development opportunities and advancement structure. The second one, comparing to German IT freelancers, they tend to have conflict management challenges that damages their professional relationship. And compared to other countries such as Western Balkan, freelancers facing well-being challenges from career uncertainty and limited development resources. The second one that has 6 publications is legal and regulatory. From a research conducted by Lee et al., US has dispute resolution mechanism, revealing inadequate access to fair adjudication and power imbalance in the centralized system. Now let's think about it. US is actually a progressive country. If they have this kind of struggle, imagine the other workforce globally for freelancers that has to compete with freelancer from USA, which they are more progressive country, and it create more challenges. Other examples that easy to digest are when a freelancer does a contract with a platform. The reason why freelancer decided to have a agreement or a contract with platform are they need more income. But when the company that they met in the platform doesn't fulfill the agreement, they cannot do anything because to actually pursue legal action, they will need more they will need more allowance to actually has the resources, right? So it's actually such challenge, even for developing countries or even for progressive country. At the key takeaway, we found that freelancer worldwide confront systemic, legal, and regulatory challenges, including inadequate dispute until economic security across diverse national contexts. Next up, technical challenges. From the key takeaway, we got that this publication demonstrates that freelancers globally confront serious systemic challenges that fail to protect workers in the rapidly evolving digital economy. From China's digital economy in Lee et al. Research, it is revealed that serious platform exploitation challenges where freelancers face algorithmic manipulation, unfair rating system, and exploitative contract terms. It's actually in relation with before. And comparing it to other countries such as US, platform mediated work create ambiguous employment relationship that actually deny workers basic protection while forcing constant professional identity reconstruction. At the end, comparing it to other countries at the Western Balkan, it is identified that psychological and economic challenges from regulatory gaps, while freelancers face mental health issues, financial instability, and social isolation, actually at the end limited their social safety net in transitioning legal framework. Next up, for the platform and algorithmic control as one of the key aspects. From the research that we have in the US, it is exposed that identity deconstruction, where algorithm, profiles, and rating system reduce workers to standardized skill bundles. Even compared to the same country from research conducted by Holtz et al., it is revealed that freelancers experience reputational insecurity because one single positive reviews only equal to as much as 49 US dollar, which means that they will need to generate more income just in order to get the algorithm up for their ratings. And from Kim et al., their research conducted a global review identifying algorithm transparency gap, which at the end, it varies to professional development and economic stability. The power imbalances that this platform creating, perpetuating social inequalities in digital labor markets. Finally, we come to the end, which is the most known, that is with financial instability. From the research conducted by Sirakaya, it is found that economic uncertainties create psychological distress and affecting overall well-being, while lack of financial safety nets compounds economic vulnerabilities and forces freelancers into reactive financial management strategies. By the research that we have conducted, we have concluded that the first one, current market-driven approaches to freelance work organization are inefficient to address economic vulnerabilities. The sustainability of freelancer career depend on collective effort. And from this analysis in the geographical context, we found that in the United States and Germany, it has the most publication with 38% of the reviewed studies, followed by China, and then followed by European countries, and at the end, developing countries. This gives us concern that this region has significant portion of the global freelance workforce, and they still have to fight with these progressive countries. And these progressive countries and actually also struggles with the global workforce in the freelancers demand. And the future research direction, we decided that it will need more studies in tracking career trajectories, empirical evaluation, also financial planning tools to identify scalable intervention. So who can actually do it? The one that actually have the power to do this is policy and platform designer. For policymakers, they need comprehensive intervention, algorithmic transparency, and infrastructure development. For platform designers, they will need to understand that equitable digital environments requires implementing transparent work allocation algorithms. Platform also must design multilingual user interfaces that accommodate regional payment, and at the end, worker well-being across diverse global contexts will improve. We need to remember that in this economy, economic turbulence might happen. It isn't just a test of endurance, it's a filter that rewards adaptability. Freelancers who evolve with the market don't just survive, they define the future of work. That's the word by Reid Hoffman, the LinkedIn co-founder. Thank you very much for the given opportunity, and now I'm ready for the question session.
Oh, thank you very much for the presentation. Please, presenters and those attending this workshop, may you ask questions If there are no questions, we can move on to the other aborted presentation.
Okay, so there will be no question given, or there will be
Well,
a
thank you very much for the presentation. Over
Oh,
to you, Rika.
okay, thank you very much for the opportunity too.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. And moving ahead, we call our previous presenter, Arsa Fatima. There is some audio problem, so maybe you have to leave this meeting and rejoin this meeting, and maybe that time the audio issue will be solved.
So what is the way forward now? Because the time is elapsed.
Maybe she's rejoining again,
Mhm.
and let's see, it's fix her problem or not, then we can conclude the session after that. So moving ahead, we had completed all our presentation, and now we can conclude this session. I sincerely thank our authors and participants for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on the behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during fourth version of this and the previous version of the conference. We will be happy to have you in a fifth version in a 2026. All the presenter would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. The publication will be live 7 to 8 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ISBM 2025. I also thank our chair of this session. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of this international conference, and thank you so much for your valuable time.
Thank you for the appreciation.
And thank you so much, Professor Amar, sir, for your valuable time and your valuable presence. Thank you so much, sir. And I have one more request to everyone. Please turn on their camera for taking a quick snapshot for this virtual conference. Thank you, everyone. Take care and stay safe.